Hi, I'm Mike Ning.
Hi, I'm Sherry Brummet.
I'm Nick Ubben, and check us out on Northwest Sessions.
Go Royals!
I have the great Mr. Mike Ning and Miss Sherry Brummet out of Kansas City. They are a jazz duo, and special guest Nick Ubben on the drums. It's good to see you all today. How you all doing?
Great.
We're doing fine, Tim.
Awesome. It's good.
Hey, thanks for having us here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure, and it's definitely a different taste for our show, different kind of style. So figured we'd change it up for all the viewing folks at home.
Wonderful.
So just to kind of start things off, kind of tell us about what you guys do as a duo, kind of like what you guys have been up to, say, for the past year or so.
Okay, well, the tune that you just heard is a tune that I wrote for my parents, for your grandparents. It's called Blues for YP Ning and his wife. That's my mother and your grandmother. And a dedication, I did it many years ago. And I want to kind of tell the story of why I am here, how I am here, because of my parents. And I was born in Shanghai in 1940 during the Second World War. And it was during the Second World War that we went through and actually fled China in 1948 when communism was coming down from the north. And we went to Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand. It's in Thailand that my parents decided to send the 4 sons and a daughter to further their education in English. And by sending us to a mission school to study English, we had a crash course and starting from ABCs, and then decided to send us one by one to this country, to the United States, because the United States offered more opportunities and a better life for their children, us. And so they sent us over here one by one. I came in 1956, and 56 next year, 2016, is the 60th anniversary of me being in this country, in this United States. And in fact, I'm going to do a celebration of that 60th anniversary next year in my high school in Albuquerque. I wound up in Albuquerque, going to high school, a couple of years high school there, and then went to UNM studying art. Music came because in Thailand and in China, I saw a lot of the American movies, the musicals, okay, and saw Oscar Levant playing the fire dance. I said, Mom, I want to learn to play the piano. So they got a piano and got me started piano lessons at age 11. And well, I started into it. One year, we went on a trip around the world in 1952 and decided I didn't want to get into lessons or practice. I hated practice. So when I came to this country in 1956, I had all these musicals in my head. And I got on the piano and I started figuring out the melody of these songs, and also found out these melodies has chords. I didn't even know they were chords, or they had names to them. And so I started playing and started teaching myself on the piano in my high school. And then 1960, a rhythm section, a bass player and a drummer, found me in Albuquerque in one of those beatnik joints in 1960, and found me, and then actually got me a job playing. And it was through this playing 5 hours a night, 6 nights a week. And then Sunday, we would go from this place to go to El Paso, have a jam session that went on for 7 to 8 hours. And so that was my training on the job in music,
And
in
you were
playing.
And you were doing all this while you were attending school?
Yes. I had to transfer from Albuquerque to go to El Paso because that's where the job was. I had to transfer to Texas Western, and at that time, so I had a whole year down there practicing and working, and at the same time studying art. I was an artist.
Let's kind of talk to you, Sherry. Talk about kind of how you started in music, how everything began for you musically.
Well, thank you, Tim. Thank you for having me here. I don't have quite as dramatic of a story. I actually wanted to be a dancer when I started going to dance lessons when I was about 18. And after 2 months of dance lessons, my dance instructor came up to me and said, "Is there anything in life you want to be other than a dancer?" And I said, "Well, I'd kind of like to be a singer." And he said, "If I get you a gig singing, will you never come back?" And I said, "Yes." And he did, and I didn't. And that was my first experience with music. I actually grew up in Portland, Oregon, and I remember that gig. It was a place called Bowman's at the base of Mount Hood in Oregon. And I still remember to this day, he brought his dancers in behind me, and I probably sang some Frank Sinatra tune or something. And I just got, I caught the fever, I guess, to become a performer at that point in my life.
And then what brought you into jazz, I guess?
I'm glad you asked that, because between 18 and 25, I really didn't do a lot. And then I started going into show bands and traveling, and ended up in Vegas and Reno and Tahoe and doing that sort of thing for about 5 years. And then I married a musician, and we were married for 32 years. So jazz never really entered into all of that until about 3.5 years ago. And I have to say it's all because I met the fantastic, I call him the Ning Meister, Mike Ning, who actually introduced me to songs that many of them I had never heard, didn't know, but I seemed to kind of have a flair for it. And with his help and mentoring, he has kind of shown me a few of the ropes. I'm not there yet, but, it's always a progress.
And I understand from previous conversations that we've had that you do have a tie to this great little lovely town of Maryville.
I actually do. My late husband was Rick Brummet, and he was a local performer, singer, entertainer in this area, and he actually went to this college And so if anybody is out there listening, Rick Brummet, yep, you all know probably that he passed away about 5 years ago. But he spoke very highly of this college and actually became a very prosperous and great entrepreneur and businessman with the studies that he did here. So yeah, we're a little bit tied to that. Well, I was going to kind of give an introduction to this song. This is not, oh dear, this is not something that I was planning on singing actually today. Thank you very much. I had a song that I would have really sounded good on, but I kind of chose artistic over, you know, style, and it's not, this is a country song. I'm going to dedicate this to my late husband, Rick Brummet, because this is a song that he used to sing to me. And since we're in this very special place at this very special time, I would sort of like to sing this to him, if you don't mind. We're going to break away from the jazz and do a Willie Nelson song. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, I'm sorry I was blind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. And I guess I never told you I'm so happy you were mine. Little things I should have said and done, but I never took the time. You were always on my mind. You're always on my mind. Now tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. Give me one more chance. I'll keep you satisfied. I'll keep you satisfied. That your sweet love hasn't died. Give me one more more chance, I'll keep you satisfied. I'll keep you satisfied. You are always on my mind. You are always on my mind. You're always on my mind. You're always on my mind. I still love you, Rick. This can't be love because I feel so well. No songs, no sorrows, no sighs. This can't be love, I get no dizzy spells. My head is not in the skies. My heart cannot stand still just to repeat. This is too sweet to be loved. can't be love because I feel so well, but still I love to look in your eyes. Yeah. My heart cannot stand still, just hear it beat. This is too sweet to be love. This can't be love because I feel so well, and still I love to look in your, I love to look in your, I love to look in your eyes. I hear singing when there's no one there. I smell blossoms and the trees are bare. All day long I seem to walk on air. I wonder why. I wonder why. I keep tossing in my sleep at night. And what's more, I've lost my appetite. Stars that used to twinkle in the skies are twinkling in my eyes. I wonder why.
I know why.
Why?
You don't need analyzing.
I don't?
It is not so surprising that you feel very strange, but night your heart goes pitter-patter.
Woo!
I know just what's the matter.
What?
Because I've been the once or twice.
Or like a million times,
Right.
maybe.
Your head on my shoulder.
I would love
You
to.
someone who's much older. I rub down with the velvet glove. There is nothing you can take to relieve that pleasant ache. You're not sick, you're just in love.
I
You don't
hear
need
singing when
analyzing.
there's no
It is not
one there.
so surprising
I
that you
smell
feel
blossoms
very
and
strange,
the trees
but night
are bare.
your heart
Day
goes
long I
to
see
patter.
walk
I know Jack.
on air.
What's
I
the matter?
wonder
Because
why.
I've been the once or twice. Twice. Your head on my shoulder. You need someone who's much older. I rub down with a velvet glove. Forget them gloves. There is nothing you can take to relieve that pleasant ache. You're not sick, you're just,
I wonder why.
you're just in
What's up, guys? You just heard Mike Ning and Sherry Brummet with special guest Nick Ubben on drums on Northwest Sessions, broadcasted on KZLX and KNWT. Tune in next week for more live music and interviews.